most amazing artist. I hope you are having a great day today. Today we are going to be practicing painting and mixing different earth tones. An earth tone is a color, it could be any color that you basically mix with brown. So we are going to create 4 different earth tones today on our paper. And I just have a piece of paper here, a white piece of paper, and what I've done is I folded it in half once, then I folded it in half again, and that created 4 equal sections for me. I also have some tempera paint here and a little ice cube tray. If you're in my classes, you're going to carefully open up this lid, and you can lay the lid down, and this tray fits perfectly. It can just sit right on top of the lid. It's okay if it gets paint on the bottom, no worries. That's why we have a messy mat under our work. Since we're painting and we're going to be switching colors a lot, I have a little tin here with dirty old SpongeBob in there. It's just an old sponge that I can clean my paintbrush off with, and a little cup of water, and I have a paintbrush. If you're in my face-to-face classes and you are using this, make sure SpongeBob and the water cup stay in this metal tin, because if this water spills, guess where it's gonna go? It's gonna go inside of this tin. If this water cup is outside of the tin and it accidentally falls over, then it's gonna get water all over your painting. So keep the water cup and dirty old SpongeBob in the tin together. Do not take them out and do not touch them because they're very dirty with paint. And last but not least, I have a pencil because I need to write my name. So I am going to write my name, Moose M, and then I'm gonna flip my paper over so now my name is on the back. You don't want to paint on the same side as your name because then you're just gonna cover it up. Okay, so each section I'm gonna choose one other color to mix with brown. So we're gonna have 4 different earth tones by the time we're done with this painting. So I'm gonna start in my first section over here, and I'm going to choose one color that I want to mix with my brown. So let's see, we have a lot of different options here. We have some brighter highlight colors. We have all the rainbow colors, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. We have pink, and we're not gonna mix it with brown or white because those are both neutral colors just like brown. We wanna mix brown with one of these more rainbow colors because that is what's going to create a beautiful earth tone. So are you going to mix your brown with white to make an earth tone? No, because they're both neutral colors. We're not going to mix it with white or black. We are going to mix brown with any other color here except for white or black. So I think for my first earth tone, I want to choose red. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take my paintbrush, I'm going to grab some red paint. My camera can't see this entire piece of paper with all this stuff, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint some red down, and I want to go all the way to the edges of my paper here. And whenever we're using a paintbrush, we know that this paintbrush is like a ballerina. She always, always, always dances on her tippy toes. So make sure your ballerina is dancing across her paper just like a real ballerina would dance across a stage. Okay, so this paint dries pretty quickly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna paint small sections at a time. And I need to get a new color now because I wanna mix this red with brown because that's how you make an earth tone. So I put my red down, and now I need to grab some brown. What I'm gonna do whenever I need to change a color is I'm gonna draw an X in the bottom of my water cup, and then I'm gonna draw an X on dirty old SpongeBob, and that should get your paintbrush nice and clean and ready for your new color. So let's grab some brown, and we're just going to mix the brown into this red here. And this is just my first earth tone. I have 3 more to do after this, and I'm mixing them together, and it's creating this beautiful red earth tone, and it looks absolutely amazing. Notice how I'm only painting this one earth tone in this section. I'm not painting it in my next section. Those are going to be different earth tones. All right, I'm ready for some red again because I need to fill up this entire section with my red earth tone because that's the first color that I chose to do. So I need to get some more red. I'm going to clean my paintbrush, draw an X at the bottom of your water cup, and draw an X on dirty old SpongeBob. Put some red paint down, just like this, and we need to go kind of fast because this paint likes to dry. So go pretty fast, making sure to not squish your paintbrush at the same time. And since this paint dries pretty quickly, I am going to go ahead and grab some more brown. Just do small sections at a time. Draw an X at the bottom of your water cup, draw an X on the bottom of SpongeBob, and grab some brown and mix it into your red. Okay? I'm going over this a couple of times to make sure those colors really mix together. And right now, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, if this paint is dry, then it's not gonna mix together. That's why we're going a little bit faster to do this painting, because we wanna go fast, because if that paint dries while we are cleaning our paintbrush or grabbing another color, then we're not gonna be able to mix the rest of our colors together. Your paint has to be a little bit wet for it to mix. So I have a little section down here left to go, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, so I'm just going to turn my paper around a little bit so you can see it. I need to fill up this entire space with my first earth tone, so I'm going to grab some more red, and notice I just cleaned my paintbrush before grabbing a new color, and paint the rest of this section. And can you see how all this extra paint is coming off onto my messy mat? That's why a messy mat is great, because if I didn't have it there, then all of that paint would be going on my table. All right, I need to get some brown, draw an X in the water cup, draw an X on SpongeBob, grab some brown and mix it into your first color. Done with my first section here. Remember, I chose red to mix with brown to make my earth tone for my first section. When I'm done with that section, I'm gonna go to the next one, and I'm gonna choose a different color to mix with brown now. So since I'm getting a new color, what do I need to do? I'm doing it right now. You need to clean your paintbrush. Draw an X on the bottom of your water cup and draw an X on dirty old SpongeBob. And let's see, I think I want to go for, I did a red, which is a warm color, so maybe now I want to do a cool color. I think I'll choose green. So just like my red section over here, I'm gonna grab the color that I want to mix with brown. And notice I'm not going in my first section, I'm just going right up to where this paper is folded. When you see that folded line, that is showing you where to stop painting that one color, because each of these sections are going to be different colors. Remember, this paint dries very fast, so you have to work pretty quickly. If your paint is dry, then your colors will not mix together. So I'm just gonna do small sections at a time, and I'm going to clean my paintbrush again because I need to get some brown and mix it in with my green. Ooh, that makes kind of like a camo green or just like a dark Christmassy green. I really love that earth tone. Now I'm ready to move on to the rest of this section. Grab some more of my one color. For this one, I have chosen green, so I'm gonna use green for this entire section. And we gotta work fast because this paint is going to dry, and if it dries, what happens? Our colors will not mix together. I need to get some brown, so I'm gonna clean my paintbrush, get some brown, and mix it into your color. And just because I'm choosing these colors doesn't mean that you guys have to. You only get to choose 4 colors, so choose whichever 4 that you would like to do. If you want to do red and green, then you go for it, my friend, you can. But if you want to do something different than Miss M, then you can definitely do that. And kind of expand with your creativity. Come up with your own ideas. That is always, always, always encouraged. I just have a little section down here, so I'm going to once again clean my paintbrush and grab my one color, which is green for this section. And I'm going to paint it green, and then I'm going to mix brown into that green. Alright, so that section is now done because most of the white space is covered. You will know a section is done when most of the white space is covered and your colors are nice and mixed together. Okay, let's go to the next section. For this next section, can I do red again? No, we're going to try to make every section that we have a different earth tone. If I use red again, then it's going to look just like my first one. So choose a different color for your last two. Make sure you paint quickly because you don't want this paint to dry, and clean your ballerina paintbrush in between getting each color. I am going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. I'm going to finish painting my third section and my fourth section, and then I will be right back to show you what my final painting looks like. I just finished painting all four of my beautiful earth tones. For my last two, I chose orange and purple, but feel free to choose whichever earth tone you would like to do. I have a little tip on how to blend your colors. So I don't know if you have been noticing, but to blend my colors together really well, I take my ballerina paintbrush and I go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down quite a few times. Now I'm not pressing down hard, I'm just gliding across my paper just like our ballerina paintbrush always does. And the more you go over those two colors, whichever color you chose and your brown, the more times you go up and down on top of them, they will start to blend together very, very nicely. But like I said, if they're dry, then they aren't going to mix. So make sure you are working pretty quickly and your paint doesn't dry before you have a chance to mix it. I hope you guys have a lot of fun mixing your four different earth tones today. I seriously cannot wait to see how they turn out. I know they're going to be amazing because you guys are amazing. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.